So, Namaskar to all and a warm Diwali hugs to all. Welcome you all to the Cooper's Club monthly class sharing of knowledge. Today we will study a different group, and in that group we will study one remedy. We will try to understand that particular remedy through cases. So directly I will start with the case, cured case of depression in a young girl. So ये इस तरफ है. I should come over here. This, first of all, naman to my spiritual guru Shri P.R. Sarkar, whose blessing I seek. Blessings of Dr. Hanuman sir. Seeking blessings from Dr. Praful Vijayakar sir, the lion of homeopathy, the Einstein of homeopathy. He has many beautiful quotes which are circulating these days. The most important thing which touched my heart and which is very important for all of us is, sir used to say, do not break a rule. Always follow the rules. If you follow the rules, you will have a good life. If you go against the rules, there will be consequences. And not even to you, the whole family is going to suffer. So, rule is very, very important. Then, to respected Dr. S.K. Tiwari sir, my PG guide, respects to Dr. Tiwari sir. Homeopathy is a quantum science, as we all know. Whatever is happening between the physician and the patient is again a quantum phenomena, because what we are trying to understand is the thought process of the patient. And what is this thought process of the patient? It is just a vibration. One patient comes and he told me कि sir मैं ठीक तो हो जाऊंगा. I said, तुमको बीमार करने के लिए अगर किसी आदमी का एक स्टेटमेंट काफी है तो ये 2 गोली तुमको ठीक नहीं कर सकती है क्या? So it is just a vibration that creates disturbance, and it is through modifying these vibration we can cure our patients. This female child, when she came to me and she sat in front of me, the look of her was very sad, very depressed, not making eye contact. In school, she was not able to study and concentrate. Main complaint which the mother was having was this. She was also having general debility, loss of memory, recurrent cold and cough. So this was the present situation, and in the reports, hypovitaminosis, B12 and D3, no other complaints. So I was at least happy कि only we have to see the mind. No need to probe conflicts and to find out. Then there is a history of rectal prolapse in childhood. This is important. Now, how do we see this rectal prolapse as? Thoughts. Rectal prolapse, dynamics, conflicts, how do we see? No, rubric nahi, just a conflict. Rectum is not territory. It is related to shit conflict or feces conflict. Feces conflict means कि someone has given me that type of comment, that type of thing to me, that I feel that what the shit is this? That is the conflict. Recently, one case of fistula came. Okay. In case of fistula came, I had given remedies, so many remedies, 3-4 remedies I had given, but it was going on plus and minus, not much major change. So delusion worthless, then delusion despised, delusion neglected, and delusion identity error, all those things were there in the case. But what is important? It is not the shit which is important here. What is fistula?
Another way to push out the super.
What is this? This is an abnormal tract. It is an abnormal tract. Now try to find out what abnormal tract this patient is trying to adapt. This is important. So, see, why I am sharing you this is because when I read fistula, the first line which was written in the pathology of fistula, it is an abnormal communication between two viscera or whatever it is. So it is an abnormal communication. So what communication this patient is trying to do? What abnormal communication or what abnormal connection? Not it was written, it is a abnormal connection between two areas or surfaces. So what abnormal connection this patient is trying to adapt? This is the conflict of fistula. So he was trying to form an affection with a female. That was the abnormal communication which he was trying to do, and that was the conflict of fistula. Leave aside worthlessness, identity, everything, leave aside. But the important is the mind of the pathology. Keep the mind of pathology in mind while you are prescribing. Forget other things. Other things are irrelevant. Even suicidal disposition, this thing, that thing, you can add. But the pathology, sensitiveness to pathology here should be understood properly. Okay? So now rectal prolapse is when you are punished again and again. When a child is punished when he is of a small age, if he is punished again and again by people at home, then this gives shit conflict to the child. It gives a self-devaluation feeling to the child because the ligament need to hold, the muscles need to hold, the sphincters need to be held. So that becomes loose and then the child goes in rectal prolapse. So punishments, scoldings, this is important. It gives rise to this rectal prolapse in childhood. Now the history of this child, she used to feel since beginning that family members never used to like my mother, so they have the same attitude towards me. They are not liking my mother and so they will not like me. She was looked down, humiliated, mocked, tortured by family members. See, very much clear why the rectal prolapse occurred. They used to say that you know nothing and you are nothing. Okay? Sister-in-law used to say that her children are far better. There were 3 sister-in-laws. They used to come to her home with their children. And these sister-in-laws used to say to this child that you are nothing. You should be punished. You don't know anything. Let her be punished and scolded properly so that she learns. And after a while, when her younger brother came, this younger brother, again, because of his presence, again she was scolded, again she was neglected. And again, later, when the brother grew old, there was again a comparison between the brother and sister, and again she was scolded. Always saying about the patient that she does not know anything. Patient used to think how to prove herself in this family. So this was the resistance for her in the initial phase of the life, that how should I prove myself in this family. Due to all this stress, she was not able to concentrate and things were not working out. She again became a subject to ridicule in the house. She used to feel she is blank and her brain is not working. She used to be angry all the time about the situations created at home and used to tremble in anger. That much amount of anger. कि आपको, if you are being scolded repeatedly and you feel that this scolding is totally useless and you feel angry, then that accumulated anger will give that why to me. So that was the intensity of the anger which he was having, but it was unexpressed, it was kept inside. As soon as yes, those sister-in-laws, as soon as they used to come to this house, they will shout, they will form a group, they will form a circle in the angan, they will sit, they form a circle. This child will be kept outside and then they will start mocking this child in front of everybody. Due to such situation, she started thinking that I do not know anything, and because of this, whatever she knew also she could not pursue. कि whatever she was knowing, जो आता था वो भी अब नहीं कर पा रही. She was very good artistic. She had an artistic talent. She was very creative. So all those things were left behind, because even if she used to draw, they used to criticize her. They used to say कि यार ये क्या बनाया है, इसे तो कोई भी अच्छा बना देता. Even if she was winning prize, then also she was again ridiculed, mocked कि इससे क्या होगा, इससे कुछ जीवन चलता है क्या, इससे पैसा बनेगा क्या. So she was ridiculed again and again. She used to, then because of this situation, she used to feel very lonely. There was no one to talk to. If she tried to study, she could not, as she could not remove the negative comments from her thoughts. So चीजें होती है ना, we tend to brood about all those negative things which are said to us. Then when there was no one, she used to do self-talking, अपने आप से बातें करना शुरू कर दिया, and used to feel that I should die, there is no use in living this life. She felt as if she is a burden on the parents. Her self-value was going down, down and down. She wanted to prove herself by studying, but could not do so. She felt as if everything is over and there is nothing left to do. She wanted to do so many things, but now there is no time left. So she had that negativity, that she developed that lack of self-worth, which led to less confidence. She started feeling that everything is over. Now I cannot do anything. There is no time left. She felt she is not able to do anything, as if she is going down and down and down. Every year, every time she is going down and down. If marks are not good, no one wants to talk to you. That was her perception. In the school also, number कम है, कोई बात नहीं करेगा. Nobody will talk to you. She used to sit alone in school. At home, she used to fight with family members, but then again, she used to feel they will spoil her reputation among relatives, saying that she yells. कि देखो इसका नेचर कैसा है. वो relatives में they will try to spread the rumor that she is very aggressive, she shouts, she is indisciplined, she will not listen. Then she started thinking that she is totally useless and she is incapable of achieving anything. So, constantly thinking of suicide and felt that there is no interest in the life. So, the impact started with the improper treatment of this child at home by all. Gradually and gradually, her confidence, her self-worth went down and down and down. Remember this history always. Yeah. If you remember this history, you will remember the remedy. Because everything what she is talking is in the remedy. So later on, when there was the confidence got shattered, she had the talent, that also she lost, and then totally went into despair and suicide, suicidal disposition. Mother's pregnancy history: mother got pregnant after 3 months of marriage. Here the situation was different for mother. She used to live in the village and in-laws were from the city. Mother had 3 co-sisters. So there were 3 co-sisters. Mother-in-law was not liking her. She was not keeping good relations with mother. When mother was pregnant, the doctor had said that she should not be pregnant so early. कि इतना जल्दी pregnant होना नहीं चाहिए था. Mother was in 11th standard and got married. She did not want to marry. Her study was stopped. She wanted to study and she thought that I would pursue some other job, some creative job. You know, I just want to do some work so that our mind is properly working, because working females, they are more mature than those females who work at home. So this is the mother's history which I got, only this much. Patient was very creative. Now we have to analyze the situation here. This is the case which we got, and now how to analyze this case of depression in a child. What does hypovitaminosis D3 and B12 represents? D is devaluation, B12 is, it is not territory, it is just indigestible anger. Because B12 is digested from where? From the small intestine. So small intestine is trying to absorb. Okay? So something which she does not want to absorb. In the bargain, B12 goes into the feces. Whatever is coming from the food, it is gone into the feces, because she does not want to absorb anything which is coming from the environment. Okay? So that is the conflict for B12. If it is autoimmune, that means some autoimmune phenomena plus I do not want to absorb this. So these two you should combine and try to give. Nowadays this deficiency is very common. Out of 10 you will get 6 patients who are having these deficiencies. So the mother, what data we can get from, small data which we can get from the mother's patient during pregnancy. Number 1, early marriage. Okay. Yes, we'll do systematically. So let us, these were the rubrics which I took. First is death desires, as simple as that, which I was getting. First and foremost thing was confidence, want of self-confidence, self-depreciation. This was the basic rubric on which all other things were standing upon. Second is delusion, despised. She was totally discarded, despised, humiliated by the family members. Then after that, she started feeling worthless. I don't have any self-worth. Even she stopped doing the creative work. Why? Because she thought that I am useless. Then negativity towards life is death desires. So the remedy was lac caninum. So lac caninum 1 m single dose was given, only one dose, not repeated, only one dose. Even URI, ARI, everything, no problem. Not, I did not repeat any dose. Then follow up. Can you read the follow up? I do not want to share this in the social media thing. Just yes.
पेशेंट को कह दिया अब एकदम सही नहीं। जैसे पहले मैं कुत्ते की गलत शब्द बोलती थी जो नेगेटिव थॉट्स आते हैं, मुझसे ये नहीं होगा या वो नहीं होगा हर काम के लिए, वो सब अब मेरे ही होती है, वो नेगेटिव थॉट्स नहीं है। पहले नेगेटिविटी मुझ पर भारी होती थी, अब नहीं होती है। रोना भी आता था कि छोटी छोटी चीजों को लेकर, अब हमेशा यही सोचती हूँ कि जो है सही है। पढ़ाई में पहले निराश होकर छोड़ देती थी, अब काम में कंसिस्टेंसी आने लगी है। अब गुस्से में कभी गुस्सा आता तो निराश नहीं होती। फिर पूछा कि स्ट्रेस के अगेंस्ट क्या एटीट्यूड है, पेशेंट कहती है अब काफी फ्रेंडली हो गई, लोगों से बात करना, चेहरे पर हंसी रहती है, पहले उदासी रहती थी। एनर्जी लेवल भी अच्छा है, लोग भी कहते हैं कि कितनी एनर्जेटिक है। कभी कोई भी चला गया, पहले था नहीं होगा।
इसको पॉज कर दो एक बार और वो वीडियो चला दो जो भेजा था मैंने. So now we will understand LAC can. LAC can is prepared from female dog's milk. First introduced by Dr. Jean-Paul Tessier in 90s. He introduced LAC can. Now about the radar keynotes. Symptoms, alternating sides, left to right, vice versa. Recently, few months back, when the mumps cases were coming very frequently, one child had come. He said that first he had mumps on this left side, it subsided, and then next day on the right side. So I gave him LAC can and it went away. So alternating side is very, very important. Throughout the pathology, alternating side is running, even in the ovaries, even in the throat, even in the nose, everywhere. So this alternate sides is very important. Chili, ameliorated from cold, sensitive to touch and pressure. So these are the keynotes. It is all written in radar. No need to write. Food and drinks, desires salt, spices and warm drinks. So, and aggravates milk. Most of the LAC remedies are written in this. Somewhere it is also written that they crave dairy products. Why they crave and why they aversion? They are the two phases. Why they crave is because when they want affection, they crave. When they have anger, they have aggravation. Most of the females who have anger towards mother, most of the LAC females who have anger towards the mother, they have aversion to milk. Recently a female came for some complaint. She had conflict with mother right from the beginning. Excessive control from mother. And she used to just scold her as if I am the elder son of this family. That role mother wanted the daughter to follow. So mother wanted, during pregnancy also mother wanted I should have a boy child because I need support in the budapa. तो क्योंकि लड़का हुआ नहीं, तो अब इस लड़की को उसने लड़का बना करके शी इज trying to take support. So that female said कि मुझे दूध बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है, उसकी स्मेल से आई गेट नोजिया. So leg can. Head pain alternating sides, iris and nux, pain from nape or occipit extending upward and back again. From here, see this part is the sensitive part. How this female was treated? Very bad way. So where is the appreciation here? यहाँ नहीं है. Why? Because it is not she who is at fault. The others are not appreciating me. So problem is from here and even to the neck. Why? Because I don't have respect. Eyes, images too long retained. What she was saying? कि वो चीजें दिमाग से जाती नहीं है जो वो बोलते हैं. So that image remains. Natrum mur and LAC caninum. Coryza, obstruction alternating sites. ठीक है, again alternating sites. Profuse greenish discharge. This greenish is also important. Even lochia is greenish in LAC can. Oversensitive to smell of flowers, nux. Liquids come out through nose on swallowing. Cold nose. Camphor, carbo, veratrum and LAC caninum. Nose is cold. Nose is hot means angry about insults. Nose is cold means भाड़ में जाओ, जितनी कर ली अब कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Face, jaws crack while eating. Throat, tonsillitis, pain and swelling alternating sides. Always remember this. Pain radiates to ear, aggravation during menses, ameliorated by cold drinks like lachesis. So there are many similarities of LAC can and lachesis. Even that sensitivity to tightness in the abdomen also similar to lachesis. So sensitive to pressure of clothes. It is the pressure of clothes. Lachesis is the touch. Rectum constipation before and after menses. In both the male and female, desire is increased. Even from slightest touch, there is stimulation. Pain ovaries alternating sides, ameliorated bending backward, like diascoria. Leucorrhea only during daytime, not even when walking at night. It is only during daytime. LAC can. Flatus from vagina. Pain in the vulva has to spread the legs, ameliorated lying on back. Respiration, dyspnea immediately after falling asleep. Then in the chest, there is painful swelling of breast before menses. Has to hold them firmly on going up and down the stairs. So it is sensitive. Why this is sensitive? Excessive caring ना. लैक को जब केयर नहीं मिलती है तो वो एक्सेसिवली केयरिंग बन जाता है. We will study in the further slides. So that sensitivity है ना, and वो जो केयर नहीं भी मिली, I am giving and giving and giving. At a certain point, if you are giving excessive care, सामने वाला उधर रिस्पॉन्स कैसा दे रहा है, वो नहीं दे रहा है, then you get angry. So this inflammation is because of the anger after giving excessive care and care and care. Mastitis alternating sites, aggravation by jar. Galactoria dries up milk. When there is galactoria, it can dry up the milk. हाँ. खटाक 3 डोज में. पेनफुल निपल्स. Sciatica, lumbago, alternating sides. Again, rheumatic pains, wandering. Warts on the finger is very important. Even the body parts cannot touch each other. इतनी sensitivity होती है. Even the fingers जो है ना, it has to be kept like this. There is so much sensitivity. अपने ही body parts को खुद touch नहीं होना चाहिए. Sensitive and hot palms and soles uncovers the feet. Sleep on the back, one leg drawn up with foot on the opposite knee. It is like this. And on the side, face almost touching the knee. What is this position? Face touching the knee.
Not facing, but if your position would be not facing
Baby, fetus. It is like becoming a fetus again. So there is subconscious desire to become that fetus again. Dreams of snakes and vermin. अभी इस घर में all are these people are snakes. So snake signifies those people who will try to harm, will try to bite. Sensation of crawling of insects. These people are crawling inside me. Now peculiar rubrics, pathological sphere of action, vertigo sensation as if the feet did not touch the ground. So much lightness feeling in LAC can. Hair painful touch aggravation. Remedy for cataract, glaucoma, eye pain alternating sides. Vision images too long retained. LAC can plus 13 remedies. Hearing impaired. This is important. All sound seems far off. मतलब कोई पास में से भी बोल रहा है उसको ऐसा लगेगा कि आवाज दूर से आ रही है. Why? Because he wants to keep everything away. लोगों को अपने पास में रखना नहीं है, मुझे दूर रखना है. तो ये परसेप्शन बनता है कि लोग मेरे पास नहीं है, लोग दूर हैं मुझसे. Hearing impaired syphilitic. Syphilitic means something which is destructive. So any destructive process, abhi it is not much common syphilis, but any destructive process which is causing problem, think of LAC can. Then nose complaints of nose alternating sides. Nose complaint of alternating sides. Liquids come out through the nose on attempting to swallow. Why there are two nostrils? What is the need of two nostrils? Why is DNS? लोगों को DNS क्यों होती है? सपोज किसी को लेफ्ट साइडेड DNS है, क्या कॉन्फ्लिक्ट निकलेगा उसमें?
left is deviated.
It is deviated to the left.
Right से ज़्यादा वो है अंदर लेना चाहता है. Left से कम ले पा रहा है. ये एक्चुअली राइट साइड से वो पकड़े हुए हैं, इस वजह से लेफ्ट में मास ज़्यादा लग रहा है. राइट साइड उसका अल्सरेट हुआ है, इस वजह से वो लेफ्ट साइड ज़्यादा विजिबल है. तो कंप्लीट पिक्चर में राइट साइड से है. लेफ्ट और राइट का डिफरेंशिएशन है कि राइट साइड में थोड़ी वो इंटेक्ट है जो लेफ्ट ऑफ गोइंग.
What is the pathology of DNS? DNS होती क्यों है? Because of only and only one thing, that is trauma. ठीक है, अभी लेफ्ट में DNS हो रहा है तो ट्रॉमा किधर से आएगा? राइट से ही आएगा ना. तो ट्रॉमा इज फ्रॉम द राइट साइड. सो द राइट साइडेड पीपल are important. They are shifting the septum to the left side. So it is not you will ask about the brother's history, you will not ask about the family history. You will ask about the whole world, relatives, father. That is important. FA bleeding easily. Discoloration, tongue dirty at the root. Remedy for epulis, tumor of the gingiva. Then silvery white membrane all over the mouth, LAC CAN plus 2 remedies. Tongue paralysis, ranula, so it has tendency of growing tumors. Adhesion of uvula to the left tonsil. If you observe, only remedy is LAC CAN. Paralysis post diphtheritic. Constipation, menses after aggravation is LAC CAN plus 3 remedies. Condylomata penile like a cauliflower, LAC CAN plus 1 remedy. Tendency for this when coming home is LAC CAN. Female enlarged ovaries, cauliflower cervix is LAC CAN. Ovaries complaints of alternating sites. Ovulation during problem also LAC CAN supports. Least part contact causes increased desire. Tumors, cysts, ovaries. Very good remedy for PCOD. Cancer, CA breast, last stage. LAC CAN. Think of LAC CAN. Sida plus 1 remedy. Last stage mastectomy of opposite cancerous meme after mastectomy of the opposite cancerous meme
राइट साइड का कर दिया
हो गया,
लेफ्ट साइड में
उसमें आ गया तो LAC CAN ओनली रेमेडी. खटाक दे दो. Alternating sites general. Symptoms changing constantly. Food and drinks, dairy product desires. ठीक है. Hypertension is also in LAC CAN. Then what does Clark repertory says? Ovarian affection, varicose veins and epulis. Important clinical tip from the Clark repertory. Varicose veins के अंदर में भी LAC CAN is a important remedy. Warts on the little finger. This is the repertory of only warts and condylomata. Wart on the little finger is LAC CAN specific. Phatak's repertory, aversion, dislikes herself. Only remedy is LAC CAN in Phatak repertory. Axillary sweat, brown sweat, LAC CAN single. Bed wetting specific, single LAC CAN. Phatak says you should test, you should use. If nothing is coming, use it as a specific. हाँ? बेड वेटिंग का कॉन्फ्लिक्ट मदर की टेरिटरी इशू. ड्यूरिंग प्रेगनेंसी मदर को अपनी टेरिटरी स्पेसिफाई नहीं हो रही है कि इस घर में मेरा क्या है और मेरा क्या नहीं है, और जो मेरा है वो मुझे मिल नहीं रहा है, मुझे वो चाहिए. दैट इज मार्किंग द टेरिटरी. तो इट गोज इनटू द चाइल्ड. तो चाइल्ड इनवॉलंटरी ड्यूरिंग स्लीप ट्राइज टू यूरिनेट एंड यूरिनेट. Screams and cry always. Children screaming and crying always. LAC CAN plus 2. Nobody thinks when child is screaming and crying. Coryza in sleep, LAC CAN plus 1. During sleep coryza अगर हो रहा है तो. Craving for milk which he disliked, he drinks much, is only remedy LAC CAN. ठीक है. Phatak is ultimate. Death desires, despondent, LAC CAN plus 2. Direction of symptoms appear on one side, go to the other and there aggravates. One side से दूसरी साइड और दूसरी साइड में वहां जाकर के इंटेंसिफाई हो रहे हैं. LAC CAN plus 7 remedies. Crosswise LAC CAN plus 15 remedies. So crosswise also can go. Disgust of own body is LAC CAN, single remedy, Phatak. Dreams of snake, LAC CAN plus 3. Dreams of urinating, LAC CAN plus 3. Ear discharges green, LAC CAN, single remedy. Erratic effects means anywhere, haphazardly, anything can happen. Then क्या हो गया? Face red one side. Desire increase from least contact, LAC can plus 1. Finger touching one another unbearable, LAC can plus 2. Hand wash tendency, OCD, you can treat OCD with LAC can. Sound seems far off, this already I said. And those symptoms which are again and again coming, they are the definite and very firm symptoms. Delusions, horrid, is LAC can. Delusions, snakes around, is LAC can. Leucorrhea day only, LAC can plus 1 remedy. Leucorrhea green, LAC can plus, Lochia green, LAC can plus 1. Menses ammoniacal, अमोनिया की स्मेल कैसी होती है? That pungent smell during menses is LAC can. कि सर ऐसे ही चुभने वाली सी स्मेल आती है during periods. Menses burning hot like fire, only remedy is LAC can. Usually CKL कौन भी आती है दिमाग में, but LAC can is the remedy. Menses painful dysmenorrhea bending back ameliorates is LAC can. Morning aggravation one day, evening other day. एक दिन morning, एक दिन evening. That is LAC can. Nausea during eructation ameliorates. जी घबरा रहा है eructation से amelioration. Never well since diphtheria, LAC can plus 2. Nipple constantly tender and sore. Offensiveness of the body cannot wash it off, LAC can. लिखा हुआ है फाटक में. Ovaries left to heart. Ovaries left to the heart. Any pathology in the left of the ovaries, left side of the ovaries, going to heart. See, in many of the cases, there has been study of around 60-65,000 cases that patients, ladies who are having PCOD, later on they have a tendency to develop heart disease. ठीक है, there is a study. तो ये बोला गया है around 19% there are more chances of PCOD ladies having heart disease. Pain begins on one side, goes to another, and there aggravates. Perceiver cannot. कोई भी चीज को करना है, there is no perseverance, poisoned feeling. LAC can plus 3. ठीक है. So this is written all nice symptoms, nice entry points in the Fatak repertory. So now we will first see the general theme of LAC remedies, so that at least you will have an idea कि okay, LAC remedies are coming. So what is this? LAC means milk, remedies which are prepared from milk. What is this milk? Milk is the first support and first survival for anyone, any animal, any mammal, any human being. It is the first support for survival. It provides nourishment and psychic bonding. So the first psychic bonding is because of the presence of breast milk. If that relation or if that bond is being properly formed, then all the other bonds will be proper. If this bond is weak, all the other bonds will be weak. There will always be fear, insecurity everywhere in all relationships. It is the basis of establishment of relationship. So the milk is the basis of the relationship in life. The foundation of relationship is milk. Infant coming into the world feels protected by the breast milk. So there is a feeling of protection. Later on, the infant becomes strong, becomes secure, and now becomes independent. So breast milk gives independence, gives protection, gives sense of security, gives sense of warmth, gives sense of affection. Failure to establish this basic bond leads to a phase of complete dependency in an individual. If that bond itself is weak, so the individual will become always dependent. It will be like infant always. Infant, even though he becomes an adult, still he will be like an infant, dependent, on somebody for security. So in these lack cases, this bonding was never fully established with the mother. So that bond between the child and the mother was not properly formed. This beautiful explanation is from the remedy, not remedy, is from the book LAC Remedies, courtesy. I am forgetting the name. Sorry. Okay. So this LAC remedies, the bonding between the mother and the child was not proper. This relationship, it did not start well. The foundation of relationship or bonding is totally missing. So the basic bond is missing. The relationship did not start. So it is, whatever is happening is before the relationship. Why this bond was not formed between the mother and the child? Either the mother was also a lack mother, so she did not felt the need to give that nourishment to the child. Lack mothers often gives birth to lack children. If the mother did not bond with her mother, she cannot bond with the child. Okay. So the bonding becomes weak. If there is medical illness in mother, the child is not allowed near the mother, so that bond is not fulfilled. Postpartum depression in mother, she does not want the baby. Premature child kept in incubator, that also disturbs the mother-child bond. So these are the reasons why the bond between child and the mother is problematic or not fulfilled. हाँ.
लास्ट में तो था कि इंक्यूबेटर में रखा उसकी मदर की बॉन्डिंग उस बच्चे से नहीं हो पाई।
हाँ.
तो यहाँ पे मदर फॉल्ट नहीं है, बच्चे को नरिशमेंट नहीं मिला, उसकी बॉडी में वो लैक के कंडीशन बन सकती है। हाँ. एक एग्जांपल। हाँ. अच्छा, नानी से माँ अटैच नहीं हुई तो माँ ने कहा माँ अटैच नहीं हुई अपने बच्चे से, तो वो बच्चे में भी आया, तो ये जेनेटिकली चलता है। अगर कोई इंक्यूबेटर में रखा बच्चा है और अपन चाहे कि उसकी औलाद में ये चीज ना आने का तो लेके दी जा सकती है, बीच में कोई जीवनता बिना किसी दिक्कत के, तो ये बॉडी कभी
नहीं, ये ऐसे अपन वी कैन नॉट डू अ फोरकास्ट लाइक दिस।
ना बट ये तो क्लियर है कि वो जेनेटिकली चला है, एक मदर को प्यार अपनी मां से नहीं मिला तो उसने वही सेम चीज अपनी बच्ची को भी फॉरवर्ड कर दी। जरूरी नहीं है सेम थिंग मिला, अभी आपने बच्ची को लेके दिया है, ये 100% है कि इसकी औलाद होगी उसके साथ बच्ची की बॉन्डिंग रहेगी, बिकॉज़ लैक कैन विल ब्रिंग द बैलेंस। अब ये बॉन्डिंग इस बच्ची इसकी औलाद में रहेगी। हां, तो क्या अपन ये अज्यूम करते हुए अपने को समझ में आ रहा है कि ऐसा हो सकता है बीच में भी उसको जीवनदान एक बार लेके दी जा सकती? नहीं, ऐसे नहीं दी जा सकती। वी कैन नॉट प्रेस्क्राइब। पर्सनालिटी प्रोफाइल कुड बी एनीथिंग। It is not always a rule. It is not always a rule that it will always be the case. देखो, सेंसिटिव बच्चा होना चाहिए ना, वो बच्चा भी लैक होगा, then only that placing in the incubator will be a problem. अगर बच्चा सीपिया वाले इंडिफरेंट स्टेट में रहा, उसको क्या फर्क पड़ रहा है, उसको तो मजा आ गया। ठीक है। सो yes, in lack cases you will get the history of separation of mother from the child during the first 2 years of life. अगर कुछ नहीं मिलता है ना, तो इन चीजों पे फोकस करना चाहिए। यूजुअली अपन कॉन्फ्लिक्ट देखते हैं कि ऐसा हो रहा है वैसा हो रहा है, इवेंट्स देखते हैं। अभी जब इवेंट नहीं है तो ये चीजें देखनी होती है। हिस्ट्री ऑफ डिफिकल्टीज इन ब्रेस्ट फीडिंग आइदर फ्रॉम मदर और इन्फेंट।
Now when the infant wants to take the breast, he will try to move towards the mother, he will try to reach towards the mother. Now what will happen? If the mother is not responsive, the child will be disappointed, he will go into a state of withdrawal. What is this withdrawal? It is kind of resignation कि मुझे नहीं करना है. वही resignation you will see in the rubrics कि I cannot persevere, there is no perseverance, है ना. वो the tendency to give up the task you will see in these lack remedies. So it is a state of giving up or resignation or withdrawal. Early imprint of failing to connect with mother. If mother's bond could not be trusted, agar mother's bond is not to be trusted, there is no other bond on which that individual can put his trust into. In the later life, when there are when there are new relationships being formed, then this individual will have problem connecting with all those relationships also. So again, that feeling of disappointment, that original trauma from the mother, it again and again it is renewed. So there is now a constant dilemma: should I try to connect into the relationship or should I protect myself? So there is a rubric: gestures makes grasping or reaching at something. Either I should try to grab or I should withdraw. So now this conflict occurs, whether I should move forward, whether I should withdraw. This becomes antagonism with himself. At one time he wants that I should move, but still he does not want to. So both the thought process are going on. So this becomes antagonism with self. Now this antagonism with self is in the future it will become generalized to all the relationship. Now this antagonism will be for the life or death, as in our case, whether I should live, whether I should die. There were thoughts, but there was no action. She was thinking that I should die, but there was no action. Antagonism to expression or silence. I should express in that situation or I should be silent. I should become independent or I should become connected with people. Antagonism to feeling. I should feel or I should not feel anything. Whatever these people are saying, whether I should feel the anger or I should not feel the anger. Antagonism to looking to self or others, whether I should see myself or whether I should see others. So these are the various antagonistic states you will see in lack personalities. When the child is inside the uterus, it is like a paradise for him. Now it comes out and that initial connectiveness is not being formed. This child again tries to retract to that paradise. Natural. If you are in a state of extreme content and if that content is being broken, now you are coming out of that content, you again want to go into that state because the current state is not giving you satisfaction or protection. So it curls up and withdraws, and that is why the child's position is curled up. Withdrawal is towards womb or again at a deeper level into the spiritual world. Okay, so the child is going into that womb, and also beyond that it wants to go into that realm where the soul comes from, so wants to connect with that area. So the withdrawal could be at that particular level. So now this lack personality, it goes either into substance abuse or into spirituality. because he wants to go to that. He just cannot go, so he wants to pursue that spirituality. Most LAC cases are not addicted to narcotics. Spiritual isolation is more often chosen by LAC personalities, especially philosophies which relates to a man as a spiritual being. If you convince them that you are not a body, you are a spirit, these LAC personalities will become happy, because they they will be contented, because that physical body they do not want. They want to connect with that spiritual area. Feeling of loneliness and isolation always, even when the partner is committed. Even in the relationship, when there is a committed partner, still they will feel that loneliness and isolation. They feel cut off from the world, alone and unsupported. They do not dare to reach out in order to again feel the devastation of failure at reaching out to relationship. So they do not want to move forward in a relationship, because they know that again the relationship will fail. Like Natram, he becomes good at caring for others while being unable to care for himself. So, because there is insecurity inside, the caring will be for the outside in order to be accepted. LAC child cannot bear to simply lose the mother. Instead, he seeks to win her love. LAC cases typically report that they tried as children to please their mother, and as adults they continue to try. They keep on trying and trying and trying. So they just cannot give up the effort to connect with the mother. There is constant effort to be connected with the mother. So in a small age, they will be like little adults. The children will be behaving like little adults. घर में घुसने के बाद में 7-8 साल 10 साल का बच्चा मदर से पूछता है, तुमने खाना खाया, तुमने आज ये किया, तुमने वो किया. So this is like behaving a father to the mother, like little adult. So here the role of the child is reverse. The child becomes mother ka mother, child becomes the mother, and mother becomes the child. This is very important theme of LAC remedies. Even the mother will blackmail the child कि मैं बहुत परेशान हूँ, तुम देख लो, अब मैं कुछ नहीं कर पाऊंगी. तो इस तरह से ब्लैकमेल करके mother will crave the attention which was not given to her during her childhood. LAC mothers will bring their child for support during case taking single parent family. So that LAC mother will bring the child, not the husband. Mostly LAC will be in the single parent. तो जो lady होगी, the LAC mother will bring her child, not the husband. This is very important, because she is seeking support from the child, not from the husband. Even though the husband is committed, but still she will come with the child. Why? Because what is problematic for this lady? The problematic for this lady is this: the mother-child bond. She is sensitive to that. So she wants to cover up by getting attention from the child. So LAC constitutions run in families. LAC child of a LAC mother grows up, he begins to resent. Now when this child grows up, later gradually and gradually, he begins to resent the manipulation of the mother. She was trying to manipulate him by trying to manipulate and just taking the attention all towards himself. So mother was not giving care to the child. Instead, the child was giving care to the mother. This gives anger to the child. So this anger gradually and gradually it builds up. And by the time he is a teenager, he develops lot of anger towards the mother. and that anger goes right till he is adult. So when a case revolves around anger towards the mother, a lack remedy is often indicated. This is important, just remember it. When the anger is directed towards the mother throughout the case taking, think of lack remedy. So there are two types of lack mothers. Number one, who is detached from the child, abusing the child for not getting affection from her mother. When this lady was not getting affection from the mother, now this lady either has two child, one she is giving attention and one she is abusing. Why she is abusing? Because she wants to compensate the abuse which she used to get during the childhood, or the attention which she was not giving, that anger which was building inside the mother. In order to vent out the anger, now she starts abusing the child. So either could be a abusing female. Second, the mother either could be a dependent mother, seeking from the child. So number one is abusive mother, number two is the mother who is lack remedies देख रहे हैं, seeking from the child. So seeking support from the child. So lack people are staunch advocates for mother and children, often in professional roles, especially lack human. So mother child का जो issue है उसके लिए they become sensitive. Lack woman does not trust love. Lack mothers feel safe with her children but not with her husband. तो जो चाइल्ड और मदर की जो बॉन्डिंग होगी, जिस इंटेंसिटी से होगी, हस्बैंड भी उसको नहीं कंप्लीट कर पाएगा. तो हस्बैंड क्या करेगा? विल बिकम लेफ्ट आउट. एंड दैट इज वाई मेनी ऑफ द मैरिजेस ऑफ लैक फीमेल विल गो फॉर ब्रेकअप. तो ब्रेकअप के लिए जाएगी बिकॉज हस्बैंड बिल्कुल साइड में है. सो अगर बच्चा हुआ है तो रात रात भर यू आर फीडिंग, टेकिंग केयर ऑफ द बेबी, तो वेयर द हस्बैंड विल गो? Lack women will not go for abortion as they dream of close contact with child, which they would enjoy. So they want. That is why this lady might be a possibility that she did not go for an abortion, even though she got pregnant at an early age. They dream of babies. They dream of close contact or the bond with the baby. They want to enjoy that. That is why they will not go for abortion. So lack mothers over encourage the child for her company, so keeps the husband away as he cannot compete against the strong bond. Lack child grows up feeling that her father is ineffectual. Now the conflict starts occurring in the child. The mother starts feeding the child that your father is incompetent, your father is ineffectual, your father is nothing. So the child takes up the anger of this mother and starts thinking negative about the father. Why lack mothers they resent husbands? Because mother has seen her own father. That anger has come from there. Second, mother has problem with the husband. Husband is not proper, that is why she could resent the males. Third, she could be a victim by some male. So again, cruelty by males will also cause resentment in the lack mothers. All this scenario, this makes the lack female hostile for the male counterpart. And so the lack children again, they receive the same message. Feeling of victim and abuse, these are the two words which these lack people again and again will say during the case taking. They feel unprotected by their mother and they feel victim and abused. When mother-child bond is weak, they will attract more abuse. Mother child, when bond is weak, so the basic bond is weak. They are weak. They are basically weak personalities. When a personality is weak, it is bound to attract more abuse, more damage they will attract. Unsupported feeling, they do not trust love and will push it away rather than risk being hurt again. So they will try to avoid making relationship. Also, because they are pushing away people, again they will not get the support. Then that unsupported feeling will take place. It is in their perception. The environment is not like this. Now the question is, why this thing is happening to this girl? Where are the parents? Where is the support from the parents? Where is the mother? Where is the father? So only she is thinking like that. So it is her perception. Why she is the only target? So her perception is like this, that I am the victim, I am being abused. This wound of abandonment leads them to seek connection with community as a whole. So this abandonment at an early age, it gives a wound which is not going to heal. When there is this abandonment, because of this abandonment, lack remedies, they try to form connection with they will leave the family and they'll try to form the connection with the entire world, the entire community. And because of this, when they do something for the community, they will develop the self-worth, which they lack. They offer support, which they seek to receive. Strong aversion to injustice in LAC CAN. Now, they will come into a feeling of giving support to the society. It gives them the self-worth, and why they will, because they were the sufferer and they will try to support the same suffering. Because I was being a victim and I was abused, so they will try to help those people who were the victim, those people who were being abused. So LAC CAN is a rebel with a cause. But rebel किसके लिए होगा? उसी कॉज के लिए जिसके लिए उसके अंदर का घाव है. इट इज नॉट कॉस्टिकम. कॉस्टिकम, अभी जो मूवी देखी आपने सर फिरा, उसमें द कैरेक्टर ऑफ अक्षय कुमार इज कॉस्टिकम. वो एक सस्ता रूट एरोप्लेन बनाना चाह रहा था फॉर ऑल द पीपल. इट वॉज नॉट हिज सेल्फिश मोटिव. ही वॉज इन अ स्टेट ऑफ रिवोल्यूशन. He was in a state of war with the higher authorities और जो भी बिजनेसमैन थे. तो मुझे दूसरों के लिए करना है, दूसरों का सपना पूरा करना है. तो दिस इज कॉस्टिकम, विच इज फाइटिंग अगेंस्ट ऑल द इनजस्टिस, ऑल द इविल. उसको ये नहीं दिखता है कि इसमें मेरा फायदा मेरा नुकसान क्या है. वो आर या पार है. मरकरी जो लड़ाई करेगा उसमें आर पार होगा, बट उसका अपना एक मोटिव होगा, सेल्फिश मोटिव. सिमिलरली LAC CAN जो है उसका भी अपना एक वुंड होगा. उस वुंड को सेटिस्फाई करने के लिए वो सामने वाले को सपोर्ट देता है. सो दिस एक्ट ऑफ रिबेलियन इज डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल टू हिज ओन सेंस ऑफ इंडिग्नेशन फ्रॉम अबैंडनमेंट. जो अबैंडनमेंट से उसको गुस्सा आया, उसके बराबर का बराबर उसको दूसरों को सपोर्ट करना होता है. सो फाइटिंग इज ड्यू टू ही हिमसेल्फ फेल्ट लाइक अ विक्टिम. As simple as that. So LAC people are codependent, which because they are codependent, मतलब कि relationship में मुझे करना है. Codependency is like this, कि only I have to do for the other person. दूसरा person कर रहा है नहीं कर रहा है, that doesn't matter. So because I feel responsible, so I easily go into a state of guilt. So they go into a state of guilt, easy prey to guilt, because of this insecurity that I am not able to do my responsibility. ये child था, वो इतना सफर कर रही है, not studying, so she is going into a state of guilt कि मैं burden हो गई हूँ माँ बाप के ऊपर में, I am useless. So LAC search is a search for connection, मदर क्या कर रही थी? अब अंडरस्टैंडिंग लैक कैन माइंड। अब मदर क्या कर रही थी? जब मदर प्रेग्नेंट हुई आफ्टर 3 months ऑफ मैरिज, मदर के लिए सिचुएशन अलग थी। तो यहां मदर क्या था? मदर ट्राइंग टू एस्टेब्लिश कनेक्शन हियर विद ऑल द पीपल एट होम, वो नहीं बना पाई। घर में घुसते ही जो एक इनिशियल बॉन्ड होता है ना, मदर इन लॉ से पहला बॉन्ड बनता है। फादर इन लॉ तो सब बाद में आते हैं। फर्स्ट इज टू द मदर इन लॉ, क्योंकि वो हेड होती है। तो उन्हीं से ये बॉन्ड नहीं बना। फेल्ट आउटकास्टेड और फोरसेकन, वो अबंडनमेंट वहां से शुरू हुआ इस चाइल्ड के लिए। ट्राइंग टू मेक एफर्ट बट फेलिंग, एफर्ट भी किया बट फेल। देन बिकेम प्रेग्नेंट एक्सीडेंटली, स्टेट ऑफ डिपेंडेंसी एंड नो सपोर्ट। तो ये जो डिपेंडेंसी वाली फीलिंग है वो उसको वहां से शुरू होगी। तो रूब्रिक आते हैं इसमें, अफेक्शन डिजायर्स, अटेंशन डिजायर्स, एप्रिसिएशन डिजायर्स, डिपेंडेंट मर्सी ऑफ अदर्स एक्ट। सो दिस प्रेग्नेंट मदर was dependent on the mercy of others, because उसका थॉट प्रोसेस क्या था कि वर्किंग फीमेल होनी चाहिए, क्योंकि दिमाग तेज चलता है वर्किंग लेडीज का। अभी डिपेंडेंट हूं और मेरी एज भी कम है, तो आई एम एट द मर्सी ऑफ दीज पीपल। सो दीज कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स लेड टू द बर्थ ऑफ दिस लैक चाइल्ड। सो दिस चाइल्ड, अब यहां से रूब्रिक निकालेंगे, यूज टू फील कि फैमिली मेंबर्स नेवर यूज टू लाइक माई मदर, सो दे हैव द सेम एटीट्यूड टुवर्ड्स मी। शी वॉज लुक्ड डाउन, ह्यूमिलिएटेड, मॉक्ड, टॉर्चर्ड बाय फैमिली मेंबर्स। दे यूज टू से दैट यू नो नथिंग एंड यू आर नथिंग। अभी क्या रूब्रिक है सबको पता है, बताओ। हाँ, वर्थलेस, डिस्पाइज्ड, देन एलिमेंट बताओ सबसे पहले। तो एलिमेंट इंपॉर्टेंट, ऑनर नहीं है इसमें, इंसल्ट मान सकते हैं। इस चाइल्ड का ऑनर नहीं होता है इंसल्टेड, ह्यूमिलिएटेड, हेल्पलेस फीलिंग ऑफ, डिस्पाइज्ड। और लोगों के चेहरे कैसे हैं एट होम? डिल्यूजन फेसेस इज डिस्टॉर्टेड, डिस्टॉर्टेड फेस है, दे आर नॉट नॉर्मल पीपल, दे आर डिस्टॉर्टेड। फेसेस इज अगली, घिनौने लोग हैं, गंदे लोग हैं ये। डिल्यूजन इंसल्टेड ही इज, डिल्यूजन लुक डाउन अपॉन शी इज। ठीक है, मुझे बार बार नीचे धकेलते हैं, इंसल्ट करते हैं। ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट रूब्रिक है। इट रिप्रेजेंट्स लैक कैन टू द कोर। सॉरी, कहां गया? और यार इतना बड़ा हो गया। पॉज करो एक बार। हाँ, ये जो रूब्रिक है, डिल्यूजन डिजीज, डिल्यूजन डिजीज, लोथसम, हॉरिबल मास ऑफ डिजीज ही वरा। इट रिप्रेजेंट्स व्हाट लैक कैन थिंक्स ऑफ हिमसेल्फ, कि ही इज अ हॉरिबल मास। हॉरिबल मतलब जिसको देख के ही घिन आती हो। लोथसम, लोथसम मीन्स अगेन घिन। इंटेंस डिस्गस्ट इज लोथिंग। मास ऑफ डिजीज, मास, मास मीन्स विच डजंट हैव any shape, any size, no identity. Of disease, disease is something which is to be taken out and thrown away. This is the perception of lac can about himself. Single remedy is lac can. इतना अपने बारे में, इतना सेल्फ डिवेल्युएशन, इतना सेल्फ डिस्गस्ट, इतना सेल्फ कंटेम्प्ट अबाउट हिमसेल्फ, दिस इज लैक कैन। हाँ, इसमें से रूब्रिक निकालो। सिस्टर इन लॉ यूज टू से दैट हर चिल्ड्रन आर फार बेटर, so it is necessary to punish the patient. She used to say that patient does not know anything. When her younger brother came, there was always a comparison. They used to treat him better, always saying about patient that she does not know anything, patient used to think how to prove herself. बताओ. Humiliated. हाँ. Delusion small or how to prove. ये क्यों बोली how to prove? प्रूव का मतलब ये अपने आप को कुछ समझती ही नहीं है. आइडेंटिटी. वेरी गुड. So ailment from abused after being, right from the beginning she felt abused. Ailment from death of loved ones. कोई है नहीं. मदर फादर की तो बात ही नहीं करी उसने कि मेरे फादर खड़े हैं, मेरी मदर खड़ी है. Nobody is with her. So it is death of loved ones. Sorry. Anger alternating with weeping. गुस्सा भी है, रोना भी आता है. What should I do? Confusion of mind, identity as to his. So she is confused about identity. Where am I? मैं क्या हूँ इस घर में? मदर फादर जब सपोर्ट नहीं करते हैं तो मेरा what is my identity? Where am I? Hatred for these people. Now this child is trying again and again to fit herself in this situation. अपने आप को प्रूव करना है. किस लिए? To merge self with the environment. So lack personalities, they will try to merge themselves with the environment. जिस environment में है उसमें अपने आप को मिलाने की कोशिश में लगते हैं. Shrieking children in. She is constantly shrieking. Why they are doing like this? So this is kind of internal shrieking. Due to all this stress, she was not able to concentrate and things were not working out. She again became a subject to ridicule in the house. She used to feel that she is blank and her brain is not working. She used to be angry all the time about the situations created at home and used to tremble in anger. अब क्या रूब्रिक है? यहां तक का बताओ पहले. Confusion of mind, not able to concentrate, then subject to ridicule in the house, laughed and mocked, then blank and her brain is not working. Blank and brain is not working. Self depreciation. मतलब blank and brain is working means dark cloud. इस तरह की feeling. She used to be angry all the time about situation created at home and used to tremble in anger. Yes. तो confusion of mind, noises from head in. ठीक है. Noises from head in. उन लोगों की जो आवाजें आ रही है, उन लोगों की जो कमेंट है, उस वजह से मेरा जो फोकस है वो इन्हीं चीजों पे जा रहा है एंड मैं और कुछ कर नहीं पा रही हूँ. सो नॉइजेस फ्रॉम हेड इन. कंफ्यूजन ऑफ माइंड जनरल. इरिटेबिलिटी चिल्ड्रन इन. रेज कर्सिंग विथ. ठीक है. दिस रेज विथ कर्सिंग एंड सेंसिटिव टू टच. कुछ भी ये लोग करते हैं, शी इज वेरी सेंसिटिव. As soon as they come, why do they need to shout? They will form a group, sit down and exclude her. They will start mocking the patient as if make a person stand in front and start mocking him. Due to such situations, she started thinking that I do not know anything, and because of this, whatever she knew also, she could not pursue. Creative talents were left behind. तो अभी ये क्या कहना चाह रही है कि इसका हाँ क्या हो गया इसके साथ कि एलिमेंट फ्रॉम अब्यूज दिख गया, मॉडिफिकेशन हो गया, रूडनेस हो गई लोगों की. ये तीन एलिमेंट आ गए. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस एंजाइटी, सक्सेस एंजाइटी फ्रॉम डाउट अबाउट. ठीक है. इसमें रूटा भी है, इसमें लैक कैन भी है. तो दीज टू रेमेडीज, एंजाइटी, डाउट अबाउट सक्सेस. एक रूटा. Yes, I had prescribed Ruta for a case. This index finger fracture. Index finger का fracture का केस था. Index finger Ruta केस था. So चलो ऑफलाइन बताऊंगा मैं. So mind biting people. Biting people. इतना गुस्सा है, wants to bite to the people. Confidence, want of self confidence, self depreciation. लैक कैन एंड 36 कंटेम्प्टुअस ऑफ सेल्फ, ये सारे रूब्रिक आते हैं इसके अंदर. लोनली फीलिंग है उसकी कॉन्स्टेंटली, अपने आप से बातें करना. शी फील्स दैट शी शुड डाई, शी इज अ बर्डन ऑन पेरेंट्स. पढ़ नहीं पा रही है, अभी कुछ बचा नहीं है जीवन में, बहुत सारी चीजें करनी थी लेकिन अब टाइम नहीं है. अभी क्या रूब्रिक्स है? एबंडेंट, डिल्यूजन, बॉडी पीसेस फॉलिंग टू पीसेस. ठीक है, बॉडी पीसेस फॉलिंग टू पीसेस, बॉडी टूट गई अपने आप में, ब्रोकन टोटली. डिल्यूजन, क्लाउड्स, ब्लैक क्लाउड एनवेलप्ड हर अ हेवी. शी इज इन अ टोटल स्टेट ऑफ डिस्पेयर. डिमिनिश्ड ऑल इज, अपने आप को कम मानने लग गई. डिमिनिश्ड शॉर्ट ही इज, अपने आप को कम और छोटा समझने लग गई. Then this is very important, beautiful rubric of Lacan. Delusion, disease, loathsome, horrible mass of disease, he were a. Delusion, fail everything will. ठीक है, कि सब कुछ अब हाथ से गया, अब आगे will है ना, कि आगे सब कुछ फेल होगा. Delusion, imagination, immaterial is, कुछ भी नहीं हूं मैं. Falling he is, नीचे 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 मैं जाती जा रही हूँ. डिल्यूजन, फॉलिंग इज, बोला था उसने, एग्जैक्ट वर्ड था. डिल्यूजन, आइडेंटिटी एरर ऑफ पर्सनल आइडेंटिटी, देयर इज नो आइडेंटिटी ऑफ माइंड. डिल्यूजन, इंसेन, बिकम इंसेन, वन विल, सिटिंग स्टिल एंड थिंकिंग व्हेन. तो ये व्हेन शी इज थिंकिंग अबाउट द सिचुएशन ऑफ द फैमिली, इतना सोचना है, इज going into a state of insanity. Lack and single. Delusion, murdered will be, आके बैठना है, सब कुछ बोलना है, इंसल्ट करनी है, murdered will be. Delusion, knows does not belong to her. Important, मेरा कोई आइडेंटिटी ही नहीं है, I don't have any respect. तो it is knows does not belong to her. Then knows someone else has. Someone else का मतलब नहीं, इस घर के अंदर में मैं हूं ना, तो मैं फेलियर हूं. तो जो भी इस घर के अंदर में, इस घर की आन बान और शान जो जा रही है, वो मेरी वजह से जा रही है. तो मेरा जो नोज है वो इसके परसेप्शन में ये है कि इट रिप्रेजेंट्स द रेस्पेक्ट ऑफ द होल कुनबा और द होल फैमिली. मैं नहीं कर रही हूं तो इन सब का रेस्पेक्ट जा रहा है. सो दिस इज नोज समवन एल्स हैज. ठीक है, वो ले लेती है, बिकॉज बोला ना, गिल्ट में जाती है, रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी उठाती है, को डिपेंडेंसी की वजह से. मुझे करना है पेरेंट्स का, अब मैं नहीं कर रही हूं तो मेरी वजह से मेरे पेरेंट्स का नाम खराब होता है ना. तो दिस इज डिल्यूजन, नोज समवन एल्स. डिल्यूजन, इमेजिनेशन, इंसेन, बिकम वेल, दैट वन विल अनलेस शी गॉट आउट ऑफ हर बॉडी. इतनी परेशान है अपने आप से ये कि मैं अपने आप से अलग हो जाऊंगी तब जाके सेटिस्फैक्शन मिलेगा. तो अपने आप से इतना, इस लेवल तक इसको नफरत, डिस्गस्ट, हेट, कंटेम्प्ट है अपने आप से. She felt she is not able to do anything, as if she is going down and down. बताया था delusion, falling. If marks are not good, no one wants to talk to you. She used to sit alone in school, at home she used to fight with family members, but then again she used to feel they will spoil her reputation among relatives, saying that she yells. Patient used to think she is totally useless, not capable of achieving anything, constantly thinking of suicide and felt no interest in life. So this is the highest grade of syphilis which Lacan goes into. Abusive, गुस्सा करती है, चिल्लाती है, बोलती है. Imagination body parts are short. Imagination body parts stuck in arm. Imagination ugly is. Delusion ugly. Delusion useless. अपने आप के लिए ये एक फॉल्स परसेप्शन बना के रखती है. एक्चुअली बाहर से कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. इट इज हर परसेप्शन विच इज डिस्टर्बिंग हर सेल्फ. Contemptuous of self. Delusion dirty he is. That is why constant hand washing, OCD, कि अपने आप से ही डिस्गस्ट हो गई उसको इतनी ज्यादा. Delusion worthless. Disgust of oneself. Cursing, swearing, desire, rage in. गुस्से में चिल्लाना, like a dog. ठीक है. So प्रॉपर्टीज वैसी ही होगी ना, डॉग की जैसी होगी. तो कर्सिंग, स्वेरिंग, डिजायर, ब्लास्फेमी एंड प्रोफेनिटी. जब एंगर धीरे धीरे बिल्डअप होता है, एक बार तो पेट होता है तो पेट को पेट की तरह रखा जाता है, लेकिन जब वो रेबिड हो जाता है तो देन ही विल ब्लास्फेमी में आ जाता है. किसी का कोई रिस्पेक्ट नहीं, कुछ नहीं, अपने मालिक को भी काटेगा, बाइटिंग करेगा, रेज में जाएगा, कर्सिंग में जाएगा, इवन वो हेट्रेड में भी जाएगा. तो जब एंगर धीरे धीरे रिलेशनशिप में हर्ट होते होते ये कोशिश कर रही है, उधर से रेस्पॉन्स नहीं आ रहा है, कोशिश कर रही है, रेस्पॉन्स नहीं आ रहा है. पहले इरिटेबिलिटी आई, फिर एंगर आया, फिर उन लोगों के लिए हेट्रेड आया. हेट्रेड के बाद में अब एब्यूजिव में आ गई है. तो ये धीरे धीरे बढ़ता है. अब क्या है, मुझे चिल्लाना है उन पे, बट चिल्लाऊंगी तो ये भी हो जाएगा कि मेरी रेपुटेशन खराब होगी. दिस इज एंटागोनिज्म विद हर सेल्फ. देन एंग्जाइटी, सक्सेस एंग्जाइटी. अब मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकती, ना तो समय है, ना मेरे पास टैलेंट है. तो एंग्जाइटी, सक्सेस फ्रॉम डाउट अबाउट. अदर rubrics, very important rubric, hysteria, orgasm at the height of. So at the height of pleasure, the emotions go out of control. Only remedies lack can. Indolence, aversion to work, mental work, wants to leave everything as soon as it is commenced. यह रूब्रिक है. जैसे ही स्टार्ट किया उसको छोड़ देने का. दैट इज लैक कैन. परसिस्ट इन नथिंग. किसी भी काम में परसिस्टेंस नहीं होना इज लैक कैन. प्रोटेक्शन, कॉन्स्टेंटली वॉन्ट्स मदर. मदर्स प्रोटेक्शन इज वॉन्टिंग. दिस इज अ रूब्रिक इनकम्प्लीट. Shrieking, screaming, shouting, children in day and night, night especially, cannot be pacified. Night में they are crying and crying and crying, and you cannot just pacify. And the screaming is constant, constant screaming. Suspiciousness, mistrustful of to oneself. अपने आप के लिए ही suspicious है. Self doubt वाली phase में है. I cannot just do it, anything. Touch, aversion to being, one body part touching other. It represents the internal disgust feeling. Weeping, tearful mood, nursing baby while attempt at every attempt at nursing, रोना शुरू. Weeping, tearful mood, whispered sound. क्यों? Single remedy lack. Weeping in a whispered sound. वीपिंग क्या है बच्चे के लिए? कॉल फॉर हेल्प, कॉल फॉर मदर. उसको पता है मैं कॉल करूंगा मदर तो आएगी नहीं, तो इट इज अ विस्पर्ड साउंड. वीपिंग, टीयरफुल मोड, सडन पैरोक्सिज्म 2 or 3 times a day. सडन पैरोक्सिज्म में वीपिंग करेगा बच्चा 2 या 3 बार, किसी को कुछ पता नहीं है क्यों. इट इज अगेन सडन कर रहा है ना. सडन किस लिए? मदर को चाहिए, मदर को बुलाओ. इट इज एन अटेम्प्ट टू कनेक्ट विद द मदर, कि अब मदर आएगी, शी विल टेक केयर ऑफ मी. राइटिंग मीन एंड कंटेम्प्टेबल थिंग्स टू हर फ्रेंड्स, ऑल सॉर्ट्स ऑफ. मैसेज कर देना आजकल तो व्हाट्सएप पे आलतू फालतू मैसेज अपने दोस्तों को कर देना, तू बकवास आदमी है, तू ऐसा है, तू ऐसा है, इस तरह के मैसेज कर देना. या स्टेटस लगा देना किसी के नाम का कि ये इस तरह का है. तो दिस इज डन बाय लैक कैन. अब इससे क्या होगा? जो सपोर्ट आ रहा होगा वो भी नहीं आएगा, तो अगेन अनसपोर्टेड फीलिंग में जाएगा, फिर वो साइकिल या उस लूप के अंदर में वापस आ जाएगा. तो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट ऑफ लैक कैनाइनम समराइज में क्या है, सबसे पहले होता है अनसपोर्टेड फीलिंग। अनसपोर्टेड फीलिंग जो है चाइल्ड के अंदर में जाती है, वहां से उसका सेल्फ एस्टीम आगे जाकर के डिस्टर्ब होता है, कॉन्फिडेंस जो है वो लो हो जाता है, फॉलोड बाय सेल्फ डिवेल्युएशन। जब कॉन्फिडेंस लो होगा, अपनी ही गलती मानने लगेगा, सेल्फ डिवेल्युएशन में जाएगा, कोशिश करेगा फिर भी नहीं होगा, तो ही विल गो इनटू अ स्टेट ऑफ कंटेम्प्ट, अपने आप के लिए कंटेम्प्ट। देन वो भी नहीं होगा, गोइंग इनटू सेल्फ डिस्गस्ट। उसके बाद होपलेसनेस वाली स्टेट में जाएगा, फीलिंग ऑफ डिस्पेयर। जब वो फेस एक्सट्रीम लेवल पे हो जाएगी तो डेथ डिजायर्स। दिस इज लैक कैनाइनम कंप्लीट, एंड लैक ग्रुप की बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग इज कंप्लीट। थैंक यू।